Well, here we are. We're now going to back out, but remember, we're watching your steps very closely. Don't mess around.
I never mess around. I'm practically known as Mr. Never Mess Around. You can ask whoever you want.
We've already done that.
If you should run into the aliens, move away slowly and in an orderly fashion. Avoid any direct contact or even provocation. Don't let the aliens' terrible screams panic you.
A ballpoint pen from one of those talking agent moles. It's damn heavy. Apart from that, it looks rather normal.
Get out of my sight, you anti-genius. Get out of my sight, you anti-genius.
Just now, we're receiving a message from the Magic World's northern regions. The aliens there seem to be getting their invasion underway and are beginning to move south. This is not the all-clear signal. I repeat, this is not the all-clear signal. Please stay where you are. Stay away from everything that could be of alien origin. For an important announcement. I repeat, we interrupt our program for an important announcement.
Ah, Simon the Sorcerer. What can I do for you?
Hey, Dr. Peach, you're an inventor, aren't you? Could you quickly assemble a spaceship for me?
Boy, you make me very, very happy indeed. I've been waiting for a triple darned eternity to build a spaceship and explore the vastness of outer space. Unfortunately, I've never found an investor who would make it possible for me to properly deal with plans for a spaceship.
Investor?
But of course, you ordinary seaman. Do you think plans like that just draw themselves? I'll definitely need 1,000 doubloons for that, and that's not even including the interior decoration. How are you paying? Cash, credit, or check?
Forget it. I don't have that much. But, surprise, I have complete finished plans for a top-notch spaceship.
Zounds, now there's a bright lad. Let's see if it's worth something, kiddo. Well, these plans do save us a lot of work, even if they're obviously not as good as if I'd drawn them myself. Just between the two of us, Sorcerer, who did you steal them from?
I drew them myself.
Sounds, I like you, boy. I really do. You're not even too yellow to trot out a walloping lie like that. Well then, let's see. I'll send a mail order for the needed parts to Federal Excess. The whole caboodle will cost about 5,000 doubloons.
Couldn't you do with 1,000 doubloons?
You mean if we reduce the sickbay to a box of Band-Aids and substitute the great LCD screen with my old TV? Also, the ship won't have any hydrogen cooling, making re-entry into the atmosphere a rather overheated affair.
Well, that's a start. But even 1,000 gold pieces are more than I have. How about 500 doubloons?
Well, if you'd really want to go without a hydraulic brake certified by the DMV DVLA, without an energy shield based on nanolaser technology, without highly precise beam weapons, and without an artificial intelligence unit with an IQ over 100...
Oh, it's all the same to me. I don't have enough anyway. Come on, 100 doubloons are more than enough.
100? For God's sake! Then I'd have to substitute the gamma ray shielding for a mixture of sawdust and lead and junk. And the ship's AI would have the intelligence of a chimpanzee. What am I saying? Even then it wouldn't work.
Calm down, I don't have enough gold anyways.
How much do you actually have?
Well, to be honest, none.
By all the manta rays of the 7 seas, then it'll all come to nothing. Sorry, chappie, but I have to make ends meet somehow.
Come on, Doc, old buddy, help me build that spaceship for free. This is about the fate of the magic world, after all.
What good is the fate of the magic world if I can't pay my rent and get kicked out of this hut?
You're paying rent for this hovel?
But of course, the almighty Stonehead demands monthly payments, volcano insurance included.
Why don't you ask those moles for gold? They're the ones who insist I fly into space.
Those small devils already hornswoggled me once. They tried paying me with mealworms, telling me they're a delicacy when candied. Towns, I'm through with them.
Well, actually, I'm just a little short at the moment. How about I give you the gold at the beginning of the next month? I promise.
Sorry, kiddo, but never mix gold with friendship.
Can't you improvise somehow and build a ship without additional costs? Inventors are supposed to be able to easily pull off stuff like that.
Don't think it's as easy as that, kiddo. Well, if one takes the Nightingale thesis to its natural conclusion and ignores the constant of improbability, and if those wormhole worms don't thwart our plans, and if I can put old cans of soup here, and second-grade rivets there, and the sawdust, I could actually improvise here and there. The biggest problem at the moment is the missing hull for the ship. I can put together a propulsion system for a song, just 100 doubloons. But even with that, you're ruining me, you know. Try to find a hull for the ship, kiddo, and don't forget the gold. Meanwhile, I'll take care of the propulsion system. Oh, and you should also look for a crew. You'll need at least 3 more people to help steer the ship. But 3 really is the bare minimum. Optimally, you'd muster a crew of 20 able-bodied seamen.
I'm going. See you later.
Go ahead and take one, kiddo. Those things have proven to be absolutely worthless. Nobody wants to buy a heating mushroom in the Caribbean. It's a tragedy, really.
Hey, Captain, I'm back!
Oh dear, wait a second. I'm not dressed yet.
What are you doing here on the beach?
Well, the sun is shining so pleasantly, and my complexion could certainly use a little bit of color.
You should definitely go over the larger parts of your face with makeup, and then some. Could you lend me your ship? I'm planning an expedition into space.
Lend you my ship? Who are you, anyway? Do you call yourself Ship Shape? I bet you don't even know where's port and where's starboard, you landlubber.
Me? A landlubber? Nobody's ever called me that. Port is in the rear and starboard is on deck, but only when there are stars to be seen.
Don't even try, kiddo. You can be the ship's apprentice at best, but only because I've got such a soft heart. I don't want you to miss the heroic moment when my expedition into space saves all of humankind.
Ah! You're messing up everything! It's my expedition into space. Got it? Mine. I'll never be your apprentice. All right, then. I'll bite the bullet and be your apprentice. But only to carry on and finally save the world.
So wisdom prevailed at the end after all. Good. I've already taken the liberty of preparing the contract. Here it is. I'm very busy at the moment. Why don't you fill it out and then come back for my signature? But I'm warning you, I'll read it very closely.
I'll be going now. See you later. It's great we were able to provide a set of rules for this exploitation. Before I promise Captain Narrow these conditions, I'd better have another look at it. General, the apprentice commits himself to transfer his body to the captain. No! Obligations of the apprentice. Keel-hauling traders. Yes! Action! Leading the boarding parties. No, I'm not tired of life. Working hours. 14 hours a day? No way. That sounds like work. Salary. Nothing except for adventures. That sounds like danger and starvation. Length of the apprenticeship. Until the coming of age of the apprentice. When I think of how long it took me just to become 17, no way! I don't like the contract's conditions like this. I've got to try again. It's great. General, the apprentice commits himself to transfer his belongings, his body, and his soul to the captain. No way. I'm keeping my stuff. Obligations of the apprentice. Bridge duty. I don't think so. That sounds like work. Observing the dress code. No way. I might have to exchange my neat coat for garter belts or something like that. Working hours. Always when there's something to do. No way. That sounds like work. Salary. The apprentice will be kissed awake every morning by the command personnel. Ugh! That's gross! Length of the apprenticeship. Until the loot is divvied up. Given our captain, I think it's very improbable we'll capture any loot at all. It's great. The apprentice, bridge duty. I don't think so. That sounds serving as a collective doormat. I already feel like a doormat sometimes. Never. Working hours. Oh, what? Salad. The length until given. It's great. General, the apprentice commits himself to transfer his soul to the captain. My soul? I couldn't care less. Obligations of the apprentice. Manning the guns in battle? Great! I'm a pro with all things that go bang. Organizing the entertainment program. Yes! Action! Working hours. Until the apprentice's absolute exhaustion. Until the apprentice's absolute exhaustion? Well, that doesn't take too long. Salary. 1 meal a day and free accommodation. Well, at least I don't have to starve. It's not for long, after all. Length of the apprenticeship. Until the death of one of the contracting parties. Terrible accidents can happen any day. Yes, this should work. Let's see what Captain Narrow has to say about it. Here you go, Captain, my apprenticeship contract.
Let's see what you've prepared for me here. You want to give me your soul? Yes. Evil pirates obtain their immortality from souls. The guns? Oh, they're so loud. But as long as I don't have to do that. Better not. In the short time you've been here, I've seen your idea of entertainment. Work until total exhaustion? Why not? That's quite the undertaking. Board and lodging. That'll really tip my expenses over the edge, but... Okay, I agree. Work until your death, huh? Well, apprentices in my service don't usually last that long, but I guess I can't really demand more than that. Well, Simon, you see we're headed in the right direction. A cheer for this very well-written contract. Now, all that's missing is your signature, written in fresh blood, and then you're a recognized apprentice of the great Captain Narrow, owner of the famous Black Pear and humankind's savior from bad taste. Welcome aboard.
I feel like I've sold my soul.
And here's your first assignment. See to it that my ex-apprentice disappears out of my cabin and from my ship.
Uh-oh, there's something dumb coming up. I should have listened to my inner voice that warned me all along. Hi, Wolfie. Are you crying into your beer glass again? I'm trying to build a ship to fly into space. Can you help me with that?
Ship? Space? Are you 8 miles high or what?
Okay, I'd better go and ask somebody else. I'm looking for more crew members for my ship, and here's the great news. You could be the first wolf in space. Unfortunately, the title of inaugural space alcoholic is already taken. The Ruskies got there faster.
Me? Space? Are you nuts? Just think what might happen. Spaceship crashes, terrible beaming accidents, first contact with stone-cold sober aliens. Oh, count me out. I'll stay here in this bar. Thank you very much.
Well, I have bad news for you regarding that. This bar won't be here much longer. The old hooker's going to be reconstructed into a true blue spaceship. We'll fly into space with it and save the magic world.
Oh no, what am I going to do now?
You can rot on this boring island without a bar, or you can join us.
It seems I don't have a real choice. But I want to guarantee that I'll get something for my trouble. And I prefer something in writing.
Hello. I can tell by your questioning look that you want to speak with me.
How's tricks?
Well, I can't complain. Since Captain Narrow is back down from his crow's nest, he's already been to see me twice for therapy sessions to help combat his latent fear of heights. The wolf had a very revealing wino's dream in which he dribbled something about giant tentacles, and an old patient of mine has returned to this island. All in all, a rather good start to my week. Since when does that actually interest you?
In fact, it doesn't. See you. Hey, Captain, I'm back!
Oh dear, wait a second. I'm not done making my face up yet.
You've just hired me as your apprentice so I could get rid of your ex-apprentice for you? You lousy cheater!
Well, it's not like that at all, you see. At least, not exactly like that. It's true, I was driven from my cabin by my ghost apprentice. Can you imagine that? He threw me out, just like that. Out of my own cabin, too. Can you believe it?
I just hope he doesn't also wear the silk underwear he'd find in your dresser.
He's probably doing that for sure. Oh, dear. Do something, Simon. Throw this lout off my ship. Remember your contract.
Aye, aye, sir. I'm sure we could use another apprentice, couldn't we?
But certainly, the more the merrier. As long as they're not above any task we give them, and they don't cost anything either. Here, take this standard contract. If you find a candidate, just let him sign with blood.
Well then, let's go find out how willing the wolf really is. I'll be going now. See you later! Let's see if I too can write such an oppressive contract for the wolf. Better have another look at this before I show it to the wolf. General, the apprentice commits himself to transfer his body to the captain. That's it. Stop animal experiments and use the wolf instead. Obligations of the apprentice. Bridge duty. Well, somebody has to work. Better him than me. Observing the dress code. I'm not very touchy on this point, but the wolf really should change his clothes if they haven't grown onto him already. Working hours. Always when there's something to do. The wolf has rested long enough. Salary. 3 bottles of rum a day. Yes, not giving the wolf any fuel could be a real mistake. Length of the apprenticeship. Until the loot is divvied up. Well, you can't make something from nothing. Maybe the wolf won't notice. Yes, this should work. Let's see what the wolf's got to say about it. Look here, I have an A1 top-notch contract for you. You can't turn it down.
Let me see. My body? Yes, sir. A pirate dedicates his body to his mission. Yes, Bridge Officer Wolf. Ha, that sounds great. Pirates, yo-ho! A good pirate dresses appropriately. Always when there's work to do? Oh, sure thing. A pirate always stands his ground, I mean. 15 men on a dead man's chest. Yo-ho-ho, and a bottle of rum. Yo-ho-ho, according to old pirate customs. Yo-ho-ho, that sounds good. Let's go on a ship-seizing adventure.
Well, it looks like all that's missing is my signature. Welcome aboard. You're now a crew member of the Black Pair. Be brave, be bold, be strong, and be sober.
Uh-oh. What have I gotten myself into now? Why couldn't I just keep quiet? Space? Did he really say something about space? And I've got to go with him? No!
Innkeeper, the rum, please. Best give me the whole bottle. Hurry, this is an emergency.
50 men on a dead man's chest! Yeah, a real classic!